This question said, why is Jesus called the Prince of Peace? Called the Prince of Peace. But then, according to Matthew chapter 10, verse 34, he said he has not come to bring peace to the earth.
Yeah, okay.
So, what does it
Take
mean?
that. Alright, so Matthew 10:34, it says, do not think that I came to bring peace on earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. Verse 35, it says, I came to turn a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A person's enemies will include members of his own family.
Wait, that's Jesus right there.
Jesus. Alright, so let me explain. Now you see, we know Jesus, right? And most of the statements Jesus made were figurative. You get it? It was not literal. So if you take it literal, you will not get it. Right? You would misinterpret it. And he says, I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. And you were saying it like, he's Prince of Peace. Why shouldn't he bring peace? And we know Jesus does not change. So it means it's either we don't understand it or he's actually lying. And we know he does not lie to. So now we need to understand it. He says, I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. Now when I pierce you, let me use it for an example. When I pierce you, it divides wherever I pierce into two. Right? It separates. Isn't making sense? Right, so now let's fix it there. So now I did not come to bring peace, but separation. But what? Separation. If I came to turn a man against his father, that is the first thing. A man and his father. A father, and I said earlier in the other question that a child has the nature of his father. Right? So if that's why when they're checking for the DNA, they check for the father. Because the father gives the seed to the woman. That's why men are important.
Very,
very important.
very necessary.
Right? Is it so? If it's like that, it means the child is of the nature of his father. And this I've come to the first thing he has come to tell is a man against who? He was talking about man and sin.
Okay.
That man had the nature of sin. I told you about natures. So because man has a nature of sin, he has come to separate it. Now when you receive Christ, what happens? You put off the nature of sin and you take upon the nature of what?
Life.
Life or righteousness. So that is the first separation.